Hello everyone, welcome back. Today in this video we are going to develop a simple application which displays some random text in the UI by using Spring Boot. Let me create a project first. Click on a file, click on new, import Spring Starter project. In the name section, give the project name. For example, project demo. Type is Maven type and the version is I am taking as 11. Okay, language is Java. In the group, write the package name com.java eplanet.some demo. Artifact ID is the project name. Project name and artifact name is same. Description is that write the project name that resembles the outline of the project. For example, take the description name as project demo. Package name and group name are the same. Click on next. Here, the Spring Boot version 2.5.0 is the current general availability version. Here 2.5.0 is the current version. This is current general availability version of Spring Boot. This is not a snapshot version. Click on Spring Web Dependency. As we are just printing some random text on UI, we don't need any other dependency. Just start a web dependency is enough. Click on Spring Web, click on next and click on finish. That will generate the project. Here you go, project demo. Meanwhile, let me explain about Spring Starter Web Dependency. Spring Boot Starter Web Dependency. Starter Web Dependency contains the Spring Web Dependencies that includes Spring Boot Starter Tomcat. Also. Spring Starter Web Dependency contains internally it contains Spring Boot Starter, Jackson dependency, Spring Core dependency, Spring MVC dependencies, and Spring Starter Tomcat also. Here we have done with creating the project. Click on Source Maven Java. In the last video, we have already discussed about this Bootstrap class. Here, this is the Bootstrap class. In the last video, we have already discussed about @ of Spring Boot application, and we have discussed about the run method, which is a static method which is called by the Spring application, which is a class. Sorry. Spring application is a class. We have already discussed about all these things in the last video. Let me create a class. Right click here, click on new, click on class. I'm keeping this class in another package, com.javaeplanet.services. Something like demo 2. Class name as test. I'm taking the class name as test. Click on finish. Mark the class with @controller annotation. Click on enter. This controller annotation is imported from the package org.springframework.stereotype.controller because this controller annotation is a stereotype annotation. Write one method with return type as a string. For example, public string, something like wish, which returns the string hi. Good evening. Here I am returning the string. Click here and annotate it with @request mapping. Annotate it with @request mapping and write one URL, something like API. I'm taking it as API/API. This request mapping is used for mapping web requests onto handler methods in request handling classes. The process of mapping web request to handler methods is also called as routing. When we marked this method with @request mapping and provided it with some value, some URI, and when we copied this URI, and when we in the localhost, when we submitted it with that URI, that means if we enter this URI in this section in the address, it will generate the response back from the server. See here what I am doing, and also annotate it with @response body. I will also explain why we need this @response body. This response body is that which binds the method return value. That means this is the method return value, this is the string return type, which is the return value. Response body is that which binds the method return value, to the web response body. That means this return value will be generated and it will be printed in the UI. This hi, good evening. That's why we need this @response body. That's all. Save this class. Everything is fine. And now run the application. Right click, run as Spring Boot app. Yes. It is running the application. We will also discuss about the difference between why we need @controller and @rest controller. Here the application is started running. Refresh it. Here you go. Hi, good evening. That means when we annotated this class with this method with @response body and the class with @controller, the response body is that it is the main thing which binds the method return value to the web response body, and after that it will generate this return type into the UI. We will also look it into difference between @controller and @rest controller. Press Ctrl delete. Here we have the output now, and now we will annotate this class with @rest controller. Press Ctrl space. We will get the suggestions. Rest controller. Control Shift O to remove the unorganized imports. When we annotated this class with @rest controller, we don't need to annotate this method with @response body. We don't need this because RESTful services are internally RESTful services is working. This @rest controller annotation came from it came in Spring 3. Yeah, it came in Spring 3 version. Yes. Now, yes, stop the server and run it again. Run as Spring Boot app. Okay. I think we will not get the output. Let me check with you. Yes, application is working, but when we load the class, it's yes. If we Control delete it and organize the imports, and if we stop the process, we don't need the response body. If we annotate this class with @rest controller, we don't need the response body. Simply it will generate it will return this return type, this string type to the UI. Let me run the project, run as Spring Boot app. Okay. One thing I want to remind you, I want to remind. Yeah. If we mark the class with at the rate of controller, we should definitely mark the method with at the rate of response body. Otherwise, we will get 404 not found exception. Yes, it is working. Hi, good evening. Yes, that is. This is about simple Spring Boot application that prints some random text to the UI. This is the basic Spring Boot application. That's all. That's all. Thank you. Thank you.